Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome to 1440p Gaming. It's been a long time coming, but finally, we have graduated from 1080p. We now have 1440p, so go and check out the video quality of the YouTube settings you have and make sure that you're watching in 1440p as much as possible to get the most visual quality out of this video. Anyway, so we are still in the Black Sea areas and we are starting off today in Bucuresti, making our way towards Sofia. I heard that's the capital of Bulgaria, is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what you guys told me, right? And on the way, we will go and I will tell you some stories, okay, of how this came to be and the entire journey. And please pardon the frame rate counter in the upper left. I'm just trying to monitor how my frame rate is with this new fancy monitor. So I got myself a 1440p monitor that's capable of refresh rates up to 144 Hz. And it's my first time actually experiencing anything above 60 frames in terms of refresh rate, 60 Hz. So it's a very new world to me and I can't believe I just tried this now. And what you guys were saying are truly accurate. Once you go 144, you never want to go back. It's a bit of a shame because YouTube, when Twitch, well basically the internet, is only capable of viewing up to 60 frames for now. Because I would have wanted to show you how smooth this is. Do I have automatic transmission? Oh, I have automatic transmission, okay. Yeah, okay, let's keep it at automatic for today, just so I can focus on telling you the stories and I can focus on sightseeing and all that stuff. So yes, so it's December, and every December Mrs. Clumsy and I have a deal where we would buy each other stuff, yeah, as our Christmas gift. And this year we definitely need a Christmas gift because of all the things that have been happening in the past few weeks. So Mrs. Clumsy offered to buy me something. So I started window shopping. And initially, I was really interested in getting a new graphics card. But it turns out that the graphics cards that are in the market right now, they're not really, well, they are good, but they're not really fair, right? Like the 2080 Super, the Super series is not really super-ish, right? All the reviews are saying it's like a rehashed knee-jerk reaction to the AMD stuff. But anyway, I am getting off topic. Basically, I decided that 1080p, or rather the new graphics card, is not worth it today, this month. So I'll wait until next year when the new stuff releases and then I'll upgrade my graphics card. So in the meantime, I'm sticking with my 1070, my GTX 1070, which is doing quite well considering. If you look at the frame rates that we're getting, more than 100 on a 1440p resolution. That's not bad at all. So instead, I thought of getting a monitor because all this time I've been using a very simple 1080p 60Hz IPS monitor. Nothing fancy, nothing about gaming. No FreeSync, no G-Sync at all. And I could not believe what I was missing out on. Goodness. So I started watching videos. I consulted the folks over the Discord server, and thanks a lot guys for your inputs. Especially Shashlik, aka Ultimate, Jay, Blah, and all the other guys who have been pitching in with ideas. So initially, I was thinking of getting a 4K monitor and go to 4K gaming, but then for sure my graphics card wouldn't be enough. And then when I got inputs and started reading and watching online, it turns out 4K gaming is not as luxurious or as beneficial as it seemed to sound. 4K was not really that high in terms of oh my goodness, it's starting to rain. 4K image quality was not really that good compared to what we have right now, like 1080 or 1440. And the general consensus was it would be much better to go with higher refresh rates to get a smoother gameplay rather than going 4K. So I decided maybe we can up the resolution a bit to 1440 so that you guys over at YouTube and Twitch can see something that's improved, right? Increased resolution means better quality. But at the same time, I would like to experience for the first time having a high refresh rate. Because as I mentioned, that I've always been only exposed to up to 60 Hertz. I thought the 144 Hertz, the increased refresh rates are all just marketing gimmicks, you know, like the gaming term, gaming paraphernalia. So I was staying away from it. And look at the frame rate drop here, 78. Because of the rain, I think, and because of the city. We do have G-Traffic 3 set up right now though, I think, so it's okay. One sec. Alright, it's looking good. So, where was I in my story? So yeah, I decided to get a 1440 monitor, not go with 4K. So a bit of balance, higher resolution a bit and higher refresh rates, because if I went with 4K, the disadvantage was I would only be able to get 60 Hertz, so I would not experience at all what they were saying, the beauty of high refresh rates. So I wanted to experience that, but at the same time I wanted the higher resolution, and so that's what I got, a middle ground, 1440p and 144 Hertz. And this monitor also has FreeSync, which is an AMD technology, but thank goodness to recent developments, it's now compatible with G-Sync as well, thanks to adaptive sync. So right now I'm using, why is my gears, why are my gears acting like that? That's the problem when you have automatic transmission. Okay, so that's the result, and now we have 1440. We have what do you call this, 144 Hertz. Well, right now it's not. We're only at 66 frames now, but still no screen tearing or anything like that on my end because of FreeSync, and it's amazing. Remember before when I was trying the frame rates and when I was removing VSync, I had massive screen tearing, especially with track IR because of the fast head movements. And so I was stuck in VSync. But now I am using FreeSync, so even with lower frame rates, we don't have any screen tearing at all. It's amazing. Now this example, this rainy weather is not doing much in terms of showcasing my frame rates because we are down to 48 FPS now. Dang it. But it's realistic, so let's keep it. Hopefully the rain ends in a bit. Yeah, I'm trusting that the rain will end a bit. Okay, this is where I had an accident in the silent trucking episode because this is so weird. 2 lanes, yeah, the AI doesn't really mind you, doesn't care that you're there, because even if they're there in the rightmost lane on that previous road, they would turn into this single lane road and they wouldn't care where you were. So it's up to you to play defensive driving. So let me know guys how the visuals are on your end. As I mentioned, yeah, unfortunately, even with higher refresh rates on my monitor, YouTube can only record up to 60 frames. I think OBS is limited to 60. I think OBS itself, that my recording software, is limited to 60. And even if it could record higher, yeah, YouTube, Twitch, we're stuck at 60 at the moment. But yeah, if you have a chance to upgrade, if your graphics card is powerful enough, I would highly recommend it. Goodness, the tip you guys gave is absolute gold. It's absolutely amazing what the visuals are with the higher refresh rate. I don't think I can go back to a normal refresh rate. And the added bonus with all that is that I now have a triple monitor setup, because I previously had two monitors, two 1080p 60Hz monitors, and now I bought one more, so now I have three, right? 2 plus 1 is 3. Adding with Clumsy. Okay, wait, check again, fine. And so now I have a triple monitor setup, so I can have more stuff, more information, because before I always had a problem with the recording software, with the chat window, with the different windows I had to have open. I had limited screen space, but now I have one more screen for that purpose entirely, and it's amazing. I'm not even able to fill it right now, but I'm sure I'll find a use for it, especially with Explain. With Explain, we will have a lot of fun, I'm sure. Also, I changed my mind. We will stop here. I will turn off the rain, cheater, and we will experience, hopefully, better frame rates. Set weather. Sorry, I'm typing so slow because I'm using one hand. Weather 0. There we go. Look at the frame rate just climb up like that, like magic. And now we have a train. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, let's continue. So later, when these particles, these raindrops on the glass disappear. Oh, look at that. I didn't notice that guy before. Actually checking. Has a mirror and everything. Yeah, when these drops dissipate, evaporate, we should get even higher frame rates, going back to 144 I'm expecting. So I have G-Sync enabled. I don't have V-Sync enabled, but I'm not using full screen, so I think that basically locks me. That's basically V-Sync as well. That's why you can only see up to 144 frames. Now, a side effect of this is I am only at 100% scaling now. Because if I go to 200% scaling, my frame rate really drops, even only at 200%. But that's because the resolution we're coming from is 1440. So if you multiply that by 2, that's even more than 4K, right? Yeah, so that's actually converting to more than 400% scaling. Compared with 1080p 400%, 1440 at 200% is bigger, I think. Is it? Should be, yeah, it's 2800 something. One sec, let me take a quick save here because I think that's a perfect spot for a photo later. I'll take care of it later. So yes, we are actually at 100% scaling. Did you guys notice it? I don't think so because I didn't. I mean, even if I zoom in here, everything is super crisp. So I think I'm actually happy with 100% when I am playing at 1440p. Everything else is maxed out. SMAA is ultra. Shadows and everything. Oh yes, the only thing that's not maxed out is mirror distance as always. X-ray. There you go. No stowaways. So that's the only thing that's not maxed out. The render distance for the mirrors is medium, because that's the real FPS killer. So yeah, let me know if it's still smooth on your end or if you're seeing some stuttering, okay? because this results into a higher GPU load on my end, because before it only had to render 60 frames at 1080. Now it has to render 144 frames at 1440. So my 1070 is really oftentimes maxing out now. Although right now, surprisingly, we are only getting 65% load. And my CPU isn't maxed out either. Interesting. That might be the particles. We'll wait for them to dissipate. And this is the same border that we went through. The Romania to Bulgaria border we went through in the silent trucking episode. So there's a bit of a repeat. An encore there. Is that how you say it? Maybe not. But yeah. We'll wait for the particles to evaporate, and that should increase our frame rate yet again. But yes, on your end, it should be locked at 60. We barely dipped down. But yeah, I'm actually surprised about the performance of my 1070. I think I was seriously getting a lot of frame rate loss because of that 400% scaling. And the results there, I'm not sure how effective they were, but now with 100% scaling, and even with 100%, we are getting amazing visuals. I'm happy with this setup, definitely. So truck sim, check at 1440. I'll have to do it for the other games that we are featuring, like Transport Fever. I'm not sure if I can handle 1440 there. With Explain, especially, Explain is a huge performance drain. But I'm hoping we can use 1440 as well. We'll see. Whoa, that was close. Beautiful. Okay. And yeah, with a bigger screen as well. So before, I think I had 23-inch monitors, the 1080p 60Hz. This new one is 27-inch, and I really had to find a way to make it fit in my small desk. So I have a triple monitor setup, but it's not the usual triple monitor, the pretty nice triple monitors that you see, like what Shashlik has and what Ig has. Over at Discord server, they were sharing their setups. I was a bit envious. It looks so good. So mine is actually a bit, improvised. So I have this main 27-inch monitor in the middle, and then on the sides, I have the two smaller monitors, but they are flipped. They are rotated 90 degrees, so they are 9 by 16 actually, instead of 16 by 9. Yeah, so they're vertically aligned. So it looks a bit weird. It's not as smooth, but I mean, that's the only way it could fit on my desk. And real estate space is real estate space. So I am pretty happy with that. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, please monitor the performance, the visuals. If it looks better, let me know in the comments. I'm looking forward to what you have to say. I'm hoping that is at least as smooth and as good, but I'm really hoping that it's a lot better. Yeah. Because on my end, it is so much better. My goodness, even here, not reaching 144, I don't even notice that I haven't reached 144 frames here. I think I watched a video from Jay's 2 Cents. They were doing blind tests of the refresh rates. When it goes above 100 hertz, 100 frames, you can barely distinguish it. It's very hard to pick or determine which one it is. I think the biggest jump is from 60 to 70 based on their tests. 60 hertz to 70 hertz or something like that. That is the biggest change in the improvement in smoothness. And then when it goes beyond that, we get diminishing returns. So much so that you cannot really notice it anymore. So like the 240 hertz monitors, I don't think that's worth it. That's mainly probably only for competitive gamers, esports gaming. But if you're doing gaming like this, even if you are a hardcore gamer, if you're not playing competitively, I think 144 is more than enough. What is this? That's a bit weird. Oh, GPS is asking me to stay left. Okay, I see. because yeah, this one. Oh, going to squeeze in both of us. Okay, yes, Filipino driving. If there is space, then I can make. I'll squeeze myself in. Yeah, I hope in the future there is a way that we can share this kind of smoothness even on YouTube and Twitch, because it truly is night and day difference. Oh, some tire retreads there. It's too bad we were not able to go through the what is that, Brasov to Pitești, is that the place? Route where the Dracula castle is. If you want to see how that looked like, you can go to the Silent Trucking episode, the latest Silent Trucking episode, where we go from Brasov to Rus, I think. Yeah, we went through the castle there. Looks beautiful. The only thing is that was still 1080, and now we are elitists. We don't go lower than 1440 anymore. Not really. Right, so I'm looking at my GPU. I'm currently at 97%. Okay, it's going down to 80. And yeah, you can see as the water particles from the mirror dissipate, we're getting back to 144 frames here. And this is with quote-unquote VSync, so I should go even higher. I should be able to manage even 180 or something, but I don't need it. I mean, 144, this one is more than enough for me. More than enough. Even if it goes above 100, I don't even notice the difference anymore from 100 to 144. Absolutely amazing. So thank you guys for the recommendation. At this point, I don't even need a GPU upgrade, right? For Truck Sim at least. But I mean, a bigger scale would be very nice. Maybe there are some finer improvements there. I remember a comment from Flight 50. Flight 50 is one of the prominent members in the trucking community. He is very active in the SCS forums in ATS. And he commented on my Sierra Nevada video. I actually pinned it because it was very insightful. So if you're watching this flight, I'm not sure though because it is ETS. But anyway, so he commented that he was actually playing at 1440 as well. And he was using 200% scaling. And that was more than enough for him. So I think he noticed an improvement from 100 to 200% scaling at 1440p. But nothing else aside from that. So I don't know. Maybe we can increase to 125% scaling. Yeah, maybe that will improve a bit. And maybe that will still keep me at 144 hertz. I don't know. Well, there is much to play around with. Yes. And yes, since I'll be doing a lot of pre-recorded videos, since I will be out on the week of December 23, I'll have a lot of chances to explore. Yeah, and we'll also explore the stuff during the stream. I haven't really tried it out yet. I am not sure. Plevin. Very countryside-ish here. Lots of bushes. I'm missing the beautiful houses though that we've gone through during the first look video. Also, I was so happy. I can't remember what the keywords I was using, but I was googling something for ETS2 and I found my video as one of the I think it's a top video search result using those keywords that I was entering. The Road to the Black Sea first look video with no mods. It's like, wow, that's cool. So if you haven't watched it yet, go and watch it. We went through some very nice Romanian houses there. Very scenic, very countryside-ish. And yes, thanks a lot for the comments and likes for the previous video, the mod spotlight for this truck. Because this is a beautiful truck from Eugene, it's the Scania P, coupled with Cast's rigid chassis and map-end trailers. Yeah, all the bells and whistles you can think of. It's beautiful. And as I say that, we have engine malfunction because I have 13% damage on the truck. No one saw that. That is just the proof of a clumsy trucker. I guess those jagged lines from afar could go away if we can increase the scaling a bit, huh? Yeah, I will try that later. But yes, I have G traffic 3. So this is actually very good results already, given the circumstances. I think I also mentioned it already at one point, but for those who are using OBS, the latest OBS version 24, make sure you run OBS as an admin, because that allows you to not get frame drops even if your GPU is 100% utilized. They have a new logic in there now to prevent that problem from happening. Because before we were always getting encoding or rendering problems, I think, when our GPU was going that high. Actually, I should open my stats here. I'll take a look at the OBS stats later. If I had any frame losses, ignored frames due to missed frames, I think is the term, due to rendering or encoding. I'll have a look if my rendering settings are good. And then I'll also try to increase the scaling to maybe help alleviate some of the jagged edges we're seeing. Yeah, it's still not perfect even at 1440. But even at 4K, I saw some videos. There's still jagged edges, so 4K is not the solution. I am very happy with this smooth refresh rate. I don't think I would have been happy with 4K at 60. Is that a new vehicle? It looks like it, huh? Looks like it. Thank you. Oh my goodness, this will take a while. Oh yes, Bulgaria uses Cyrillic characters, so I have no chance of reading that one. Well, oh crap. Well, it's good that they have some, what do you call the normal alphabet? Roman? No, I don't know. You guys tell me. If Davey was here, he would surely know. Where's the traffic light? There it is. This area of the map is pretty okay. I'm not finding a lot of scenic sights though. Like, I don't know, the bushes, they're not too dramatic looking to me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it depends on the area. But I think I like a lot more, the first areas we went through in Romania. Here, not sure if it's just the mapping, but it looks a bit plain, doesn't it? I like the Romania part a lot more. But Bulgarians, please don't hate me. The country itself, I'm sure, is beautiful, but maybe just the mapping. But then if I say that, SES will hate me. Oh my goodness, you can never win. Forget I said anything then. Forget I said anything. Yeah, somehow the trees, they look a bit 2D, don't they? Is it because of my scaling? I doubt it. Does the scaling have that much of an effect? Oh, some of the trees look good. But yeah, some of the textures I'm not a huge fan of. That's fine. Still have silky smooth gameplay, and the buildings, definitely I like the variety. You can have bus stops here and everything. I also like the speed limits because we can go up to 90 here, even as trucks. But yeah, even the highways are simple, right? No rails, just a simple aisle in the middle with grass. Very simple highways. It's good that they have signs though. Sofia, next right. Yes. Oh crap. Detour? Oh no. Don't tell me we have a detour. We have a detour and you guys didn't tell me. Normally they would say such things. We can cheat. Can we? I think we can cheat, guys. Because the blockage is only there. So afterwards, they should be free. Evasive maneuvers to save time. At the risk of getting beached. There we go. Like a pro. Alright. Problem alleviated. Oh, we got a bit of stutter there. That was the first stutter I encountered in this episode. At least the first one I noticed, so that is a very good sign actually. Man, I am absolutely loving this. Excited to see how the monitor behaves in other games. 1440p. Yeah, now that I think about it, with the 1070 is very well equipped for 1440p gaming. I'm not sure why I'd never thought about that before. Probably because I was only getting barely above 60 frames, even at 1080p back then. But yeah, I guess that's mainly because of the 400% scaling thing. Sofia straight ahead. Let's slow down because this is a city limit. I definitely like the bridge that we went through. The bridge with the... what do you call it? The bridge crossing Bulgaria. That one I definitely like. Lots of redded out signages here. Not implemented areas. That's fine. Oh yes, and then I'm looking forward to the real company mods to be adapted for Black Sea areas. Because I'm sure these gas stations and different stuff are close or represent at least some of the basic ones that we know of, the real companies. And you guys have been telling me about that Luke Oil and stuff like that. I can't remember the exact ones though. But that's cool. Highway. Where are those guys stopped? I think they're trying to merge in. Good luck. Best. That is the best skill of the AI here in Truck Sim. Merging. They have like 1 out of 10 there. Other stuff they're getting good at, but yeah, merging is really something that they don't have any skill on. Oh, now this one I like. This one I like. Man, that is beautiful, isn't it? This might actually win that screenshot competition. That thumbnail competition, this wins. I like that better. I'll take a photo there later. So don't worry for those who are hating on the frame rate counter in the upper left. Next episode that will be gone. That will be only for this episode. So I can see how much frame rate I'm getting given the different circumstances, entering cities, in highways, but everything with G-Traffic 3 should be. Ooh. One sec, someone is calling me. Nah, we can wait. They can wait. How far to Sofia? 70 kilometers, wow. It's actually quite far, huh? Didn't notice that we took quite a long trip. Very nice though. Yes, starting to have a lot more activity, fences and stuff like that. That's what I like, you know. It can be countryside, but it doesn't have to be all like simple bushes. Like you can put some fences or I don't know, garbage or fields or whatnot. Yeah, this one I like a lot more. This variety of landscape than the initial area. When I'm seeing the destination there, on the map at least. And this is looking really good, isn't it? Looks like we'll have to circle around though, because the destination is there already. It looks like we'll have to, I don't know, loop around? Let's zoom that out a bit. Sofia, capital of Bulgaria, as far as I know at least. Yeah, let's keep that. Do we turn right? No, we continue straight past this cloverleaf intersection. And we exit here on the next one. Not that one. Actually, not that one. Interestingly enough, the other one. Okay, that one. Airport. Ooh, I like. Where is the exit? Here it is. The lane that's dropping off. Retarder hype. Looking good. Looking good. It's all about food, indeed. I have right of way, don't even think about it. Thank you. It's getting better and better, huh? Now Sofia, being the capital, I would expect it to have a lot of buildings, but I don't know. I don't know anything about Sofia. Maybe that's something I should open up. Because I have extra screen space now, I can open up a Wikipedia page with the destination so that I can be like a tour guide. Oh, to your right you see the famous building of yada yada. To the left you see Sofia is known for its population of yeah. I'll do that next time. That sounds fun. I can be a fake tour guide, and then you guys can hate on me and correct me whenever I get something wrong, and then I will just blame Wikipedia. Yeah, I think that's a good deal. I'll try that next time. Oh, here we are, entering city limits. Frame rate suffering a bit. But all in all, pretty good. When I say suffering a bit, yeah, that's what suffering is. I was getting a bit too impatient. When I say suffering, it's going below 144 but still well above 60. So I can barely notice the difference. Now with those of you who have sensitive eyes, very sensitive to frame rate differences, then you might notice. But for me, maybe because I'm still new to this, I can barely tell. But yes, if you have a chance to get yourself a fancy 144 Hz monitor, ooh, Volkswagen, a Beetle, get yourselves one, even a 120. Because it's really night and day. If your graphics card can handle it, my goodness. Amazing stuff. I didn't know what I was missing out on. This is so easy on the eyes. It's like so refreshing to look at. Doesn't tire out your eyes at all. Okay, let's go with that. Just go through there a bit. There you go. Right, unload that. There we go. Perfect. Alright, even here in the menus, the mouse is super sleek, super fast. Now, I'm not sure how that looks on your end, but yeah, you might get not as smooth there. I wish I can share this with you somehow. Anyway. Right, let's leave it there for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more, exploring more of the Black Sea with this beautiful truck from Eugene and Cast. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like button, comment, share, and comment, alright? I want to hear feedback on the 1440 thingy. Thanks for watching and bye-bye. Clumsy Trucking.